Alright, so guys, we have to find 10 quotes that prove why Godfrey should have told Nancy about his secret marriage and child. Randy, what are you doing? You listening?
I'm not listening.
What you throwing it? Or whatever. That prove that Godfrey should have told Nancy about his secret marriage and his child earlier rather than later, and how it would make their lives so much better than they were now. All right, are we good?
Yeah, fine.
I don't have a book.
Well, I get your book.
Okay. Ooh!
How's that working out?
5 hours later.
Alright, finally found a quote. Nancy, said Godfrey, slowly. When I married you, I hid something from you, something I ought to told you. It's the author literally saying that Godfrey should have told Nancy about his secret marriage before marrying her.
So, we're done now, right?
Guys, we need 10 votes, and it just took us like 5 hours to find this one.
You know what this means, right?
No.
It's LARP time! Be quiet!
It's like someone else didn't already have that idea.
They have.
One creation of a time machine later. Introducing Godfrey, aka Randy, and Nancy, aka William.
I never should have married anyone else.
This tells us that telling Nancy about the marriage would not have killed the relationship between Godfrey and Nancy.
Everything comes to light, Nancy, sooner or later, when God Almighty wills it. Our secrets are found out.
Godfrey's secret would have eventually come to light, so why not tell Nancy right up front and make the rest of his life miserable? If Mr. Godfrey didn't turn over a new leaf, he may say goodbye to Miss Nancy Lyman. This clearly tells us that Godfrey's secretive life and behavior would cause him to lose Nancy.
Godfrey, if you had but told me about your marriage 6 years ago, we could have done something about the duty of our child. Do you think I'd ever refuse to take her in if I know she was yours?
Because Godfrey didn't want to confess his sins to Nancy, he ended up living without his child for the rest of his life.
I wanted to pass this child this once, Nancy. I shall do it again against my wish.
This further proves our previous point, that Godfrey lost his chance to have his child because he had not confessed sooner to Nancy. If he went on in that way, he would lose Miss Nancy Lampeter, for it was well known that she looked shyly on him ever since last Whitsuntide 12-month. So if Godfrey was completely open with her instead of being secretive, then she would have more than likely forgiven him, for she already was fond of Godfrey.
And, oh Godfrey, if we had had her from the first, if you'd taken her as you ought, she would have loved me as her mother, and you would have been happier with me.
This is yet another quote that shows that if Godfrey had just told Nancy his secrets earlier, they would have both had happier lives with Eppie.
But I wasn't worth doing wrong for.
This is Nancy saying that if Godfrey had confessed his sins sooner and Nancy rejected him for it, he would have been better off, for she was not worth lying to or for.
You know I don't ever mean to be married.
So, what I was thinking was, oh, darn it, I can't believe you have done this. So what I was basically thinking was, it doesn't really matter, alternatively, whether or not he told her anything at all, because she wasn't even interested in marrying him in the first place, so what's the difference?
So all in all, Godfrey and Nancy would have had a much better life if Godfrey had just confessed his sins to Nancy sooner rather than later.
Huh, so that LARP idea wasn't so bad after all.
Does that mean go?
Yes!
Okay.
Where is it?
Did you see this?
Can we get a new film crew? Is it too late?
So if Godfrey was completely open with... Gosh dang it, William!